Okay, I know, you read the title and you said Michelle. How dare you make a cute little old man cry? Look, you YouTube watchers. This was not a cute, sweet old man. This was not a cute little old man from Up. This was not cute little old men playing checkers or whatever game they're playing in the beginning of a Pixar movie. This was old man Mr. Burns from The Simpsons that I made cry. And rightfully so. But that's not for me to decide. You tell me your opinion if I was right or wrong after you hear the story about when I made an old man cry at the gym. You're gonna wanna subscribe right now because this story is gonna blow your mind about how dumb this elderly man was. Come on, there you go. All you gotta do is press the button. So when I moved to Arizona to attempt to get that amazing father-daughter relationship I never had, that was recently just crushed, daddy issues, I needed a job, so I ended up getting a job at a local gym here in Arizona. It was called Mountainside Fitness, typical gym. They pay more than LA Fitness by $1. So yeah, but it was a job. But honestly, I was excited to kind of work at a gym again and be around all the people because when I had my own place, by myself, it was just my place. I got to work with just my own clients and you don't get that much interaction with people, working by yourself. So I was stoked to be in that environment and socialize with people and make a lot of new friends in my new place of living. Now, one thing I forgot though is when you work at a gym and you are an employee, is that you have to be friendly to everyone. Like I said, having my own studio, it was a very closed area. It was just my people, my clients. If I didn't like someone, they go. But more importantly, I didn't have to deal with creepy men. At the gym, there's a ton of creepy men that are on the prowl to talk to anything with a vagina and at least one toe. Oh, and when they see that you work there, that makes you even more of a target because then they can ask you questions, like, ma'am, where's the bathroom? Then you answer politely and they think, whoa, she's talking to me. She must like me. So I actually was a member first and the manager ended up asking if I wanted to work there. Not sure why I told you. Oh yeah, I'm telling you that because I worked out there first and usually when I work out at a gym, I'm very, I just like to get in, do my workout and then I leave. I don't really want to make eye contact, especially with the men, because you'll see in the story. So the day the manager was talking to me about working there, I was completely upfront. I was like, look, I'll totally work here. I do need a job. I just moved here, but I don't deal with any type of odd men and their odd comments and their odd presence in my space saying odd things that I don't like. Catch what I'm saying? I don't deal with creepy men. Manager. And he goes, oh, that's no problem. If there's ever an issue, you just tell me. And I say, of course I will, but just keep in mind that I have no issue telling them to their face. So he goes, you're hired. So a few months into the new job, and actually everything was great, horrible pay. But I liked the job, I liked the people around me, I liked the employees, and the trainers actually knew what they were talking about. So it was nice to be around trainers that were very educated and I could also learn from them rather than at the other gym that I worked at. If y'all are a true Offend Me follower, you'll know the place that I'm talking about and you can comment it in the comment section. Okay, so one day I'm just at the trainer's desk. One of my clients probably canceled. I'm just hanging out back there, writing out workout plans, and I see my boss walking towards, the desk, and he's with an older gentleman, and he probably just got done with an assessment because at these places, the manager is the one that sells the clients, and then they give you, the trainers, the client. Let me just give you a visual of this older gentleman. This guy was at least 6'2", white male, thin, gray, long hair, pulled back in a low ponytail, like porn star director status. Suspenders, and not just any suspenders. American flag print suspenders and a bright orange t-shirt. His face looked like Herbert from Family Guy, except he wasn't chasing little boys today. He was down for the brown. The brown like my skin. So they're both walking towards the desk and they pass and he looks straight at me and I smile. First mother mistake, damn it! So I hear him say to my boss, you need to hook me up and let me get trained with that. So my boss, whenever he was in uncomfortable situations or conversations, he would do something like this. He would scratch right here or scratch his head the back of his head. And that's exactly what he did. He like glanced at me, like put his head down, and then he was just like, and took the man over to, you know, the front desk area. So he obviously got trained by another trainer that was not me, but whenever he would be waiting for his trainer, he would make sure to get to the gym early so that he could come around the desk and wait for his trainer, but talk to me. I mean, there's 4 other people at the desk who have penises. Why aren't you talking to them, Herbert? Just wondering. But he was actually really respectful at the desk, so I was very friendly back to him. Second mistake. Story break. So you guys know when guys complain about girls not smiling at the gym, or when girls say like they don't smile at the gym, and then guys like get irritated that girls don't smile for some reason, you know, in any place really. This man is the pure reason, the main reason why. Because if you're nice, or if you're friendly, or if you just smile, for some reason that signals into a lot of these guys' heads that they can just say whatever they want. All right, let's get back to the story. So he eventually started coming up to me more and more and more and more. For some reason, he was just always there all the time. And he would say things that weren't inappropriate, but also were kind of borderline like, what? And so 1, I didn't like his comments, and 2, it made me feel uncomfortable. And he would always try to look deep into my soul, and he did this weird thing with his lips. He would just lick his lips, and he'd always start doing this with his porn star director ponytail, like stroking it while he would say, wow, you look gorgeous today. You are just amazing. And I would be coming out the bathroom with toilet paper stuck under my shoe. And then soon his comments progressively got more like he would be kind of testing it, like, oh, how much more can I say? And see if it's okay or not to say. Like one day I was just eating lunch, you know, at the cafe at the gym, and he comes up, he was like, you know, I could look at this all day. And I go with a mouthful of sandwich in my mouth. Why? And he goes, oh, you know, you look great. And I go, thank you. Third mistake. Because thank you equals I clearly love what you just said. Please always come up to me forever. So one day I'm on the floor with the client, and I have great peripheral vision, and the fact that Herbert likes to wear a bright orange t-shirt and flag suspenders. So from the corner of my eye, I saw him coming my way. And I personally just don't like when people interrupt my session with a client, because I'm supposed to be completely focused on my client. I don't need people coming up to me all the time and interrupting our session. I want to stay focused on my client and get them a good workout. And I know whatever Mr. Herbert is slithering up to talk to me about is not going to be anything of substance. So Herbert slithers on over while licking his extremely tiny lips and legit doing this to his hair, stroking that porn star director ponytail. So he slides on up, getting way too close to my personal space. I had to take a step back away from him. Guys, don't do that. That's creepy. So he gets really close and he says, girl, you just need to stop, girl. Stop what? You know you gonna get me in trouble. You need to stop. And I say again, stop what, sir? I got a little loud. It's really sad when a guy can't pick up on body language. And he starts walking away, and I'm standing there just like, and then as he walks away, he turns around, he's like, you know what I mean. You're gonna get me in trouble with all of that body. You need to stop, girl. Michelle, this is your workplace. Don't say anything right now. This is your last client. Take care of her. Stay focused on her, and you will handle him after. As I did. I finished up with her, gave her a bomb workout, got some water to rehydrate my vocal cords so my voice will be strong, hydrated, and clear when I tell this man how he will be addressing me in the future. Got myself a quick snack and headed to the floor in the direction where I saw Herbert walk to. So I looked everywhere on the floor. I couldn't find him anywhere at the gym. So I was like, he's probably in the locker rooms getting ready to leave. So I took my black behind back to the outside of the locker room. There's like a little movie area in the gym, or in the back of the gym, and then there's the boys' locker room and then the girls' locker room. So I waited in the movie area to when he was going to come out. Your girl waited there for 10 minutes like this. Stalker much? Yup. He got to say what he wanted to say to me. Now it's my turn. So I was like, dang it, he probably went home already. I missed him. But the thing with me is when something's bothering me, I like to talk about it right then. And it was a Friday that day, which means I'm gonna have Saturday and Sunday to like, it will just thrive in my head and just irritate me, and he's gonna have Saturday and Sunday to think that, oh, I said these comments to her, she didn't say it was bad, or I mean, my face was like, but in his head, he probably thought it was okay. So he's gonna have all those 2 days to think like, oh, she probably likes it. I'm gonna throw another one at her. And I just wanted to squash it right then and there. Okay, so I couldn't find him. I was all irritated because I couldn't squash it right then and there. So I start walking through I don't know what it is. It's like a kind of like a hall, I don't know. I'll call it a little hallway. And I walk the little hallway turn, and then I'm coming down near the front of the gym, and I see Mr. Herbert. And guess who he's talking to? My boss, my gym manager, and then the owner of the whole gym. Perfect. Because now I'm gonna talk to him in front of everyone. So I walk up like this. Through the valley of the shadow of death, I take a look at— Okay, not really, but I told you I'm from the streets of the suburbs. And he starts smiling at me. Yeah, I'm gonna crush your heart. Once again, I told you I'm from the streets of the suburbs. So I walk up and he's smiling, and I say, I want to talk to you about what you said to me earlier. And his face turns whiter. I didn't even say anything yet. Why is he looking scared? So he goes, you know, you're right. When I said it, I knew I was wrong. Look, sir, I don't care. I'm not attracted to you. And honestly, I don't like the type of comments that you've been deciding to say to me. Don't ever interrupt one of my sessions ever again. You ruined my client's sessions, and you owe her an apology. I find your comments extremely creepy. And lastly, if you ever speak to me or speak in my general direction, you will say hello and keep walking. That's it. I'm so sorry. Is that clear? Yes, good. Keep in mind, I'm 5'2", so. Anyway, so I sashayed away. People, you want to talk about feeling empowered? I felt great after that. So now I'm at the trainer's desk. I probably look annoyed, even though I was, but I also felt great that I told him how it's going to be. So the gym manager comes up to me slowly and cautiously, and he goes, Michelle, everything, okay? And I go, of course it is. Now that I know how he's going to be addressing me in the future, correct? And he goes, yeah, I don't even think he'll probably come up to you at all. And so I go, good. So then my boss comes up to me and he starts talking to me about the situation and how I handled it. He said I handled it pretty good, and that the guy is so sorry and he feels so bad about what he said. I don't care. He really didn't mean it in that way. Yes, he did. He didn't mean to make you feel uncomfortable. So then why is he alive? Because his presence makes me feel uncomfortable. Michelle, he felt so bad to the point that he started crying. How are you gonna spit all this game, and then when a girl says something and does not take that game and accepts that game, and then you're gonna start crying? You're like 100 years old, sir. So I get all my stuff together. Like I said, that was my last client. It's time for me to go home. I already did what I needed to do. And so I get all my stuff. I head to the front, and Herbert's still there, and sure enough, he's still talking to the, can't remember which one, general manager or maybe my boss's boss, but sure enough, his super red in the face. I can see his cheeks nice and wet from his tears, and he's crying, and I pass by, look at him. You know how when you're doing something stupid when you're little, and you know damn well you're not supposed to be doing that certain thing, and your parents catch you and then punish you, and then you stand there in the corner crying, and they look at you like, yup, that's how I was looking at him. Demand that respect, and then sashay away like a boss bitch. And my YouTube watchers, Herbert never spoke to me again. In fact, I saw him only 3 times after that altercation, and after that, he went to another gym. That was great. And obviously, he was embarrassed for his actions, as he should have been. Maybe think before you speak and pay attention to body language. You're like 100 years old. You should know this, Herbert. Right, so, ladies and men, it's okay to tell someone that you don't like their comments. If you feel uncomfortable, you can voice that opinion. You have the right to tell them to off with class. So what would you have done in that situation? And do you think I was wrong? Should I just awkwardly and uncomfortably stood there and took it and then forced out that uncomfortable small laugh? Or do you think that I did the right thing? I guess we will all find out in the comment section what you guys think. Oh, and this was not the only time that I made an older man cry at the gym. There was another time. And if you guys want to see that story, then you're gonna just have to tune in this Saturday. My name is Michelle McDaniel. This is my page. My thoughts will probably offend you. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button. Don't forget to follow me on Instagram. Don't forget to turn on notifications and hit that thumbs up button if you agree that I did the right thing. And I will see you next time. My neighbors are gonna be upset that I keep yelling around. All right. Be a beast. Always stick up for yourself, and I will see you guys Saturday.